All right, what's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we finished this impossible race. This was impossible. I don't know how we did it. Well, I do know. I'll show you what I had to do, how many hours and hours and hours of learning shortcuts on this level and getting screwed by both of these two cars. The AC and the Buick seem to be working in tandem to ruin my day. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. Right now, 9% of my viewers are subbed. I would hope to get that number up higher, and 1,000 is the goal. I'll keep making videos after 1,000 though. So, this was the first massive ramp up in difficulty because I had a running start on the Nordschleife with two of the fastest cars that could ever be in a race like this together in the front. I have to pass a skyline that can't even go above 90 miles an hour in the first corner, which is difficult. I'm nosing constantly. Then I have to get past the Corvette C1 and the Mini Marcos GT. For some reason, they switched places as well. Not only did they switch places at the starting grid, but so did the Buick and the AC cars. AC car started first earlier. Weird. So I'm using my NOS constantly. I'm burning it quickly, which is annoying because I'm like, this is a long course. AC cars decides to do this. He sends it, goes off the road. I use that as an excuse to then cut through the grass just to get into his draft. I had to get into his draft. It was absolutely essential to get into his draft because I didn't have to use as much NOS anymore. And you need NOS at all times because the Buick can go like 1,000,000 miles an hour. I don't even know how that car is so good. Like, how is it like so fast, has good handling, and like has a good top speed too? Like, how does it have all three of those things? It's like a regular car. It's weird. But the AC cars at least like sort of messes up sometimes. But the Buick Special, man, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so I'm sitting in the tow or draft or whatever you want to call it of the AC cars, trying to not lose my stuff. The Mazda is weird in that sometimes its handling is like super spot on, but the moment it gets unstable, it will just like turn really, really surprisingly well, like too well, like not physically possible well, like what you just saw there on that corner. I like it'll just cut super hard to the direction that you turned it, which is hilarious, but also very unpredictable. And then the car will catch its grip because it's got soft tires on, which are high in grip. So like, I don't know what that's all about. The AC cars again is going a little bit wide here. I tried to dodge him, and then it was driving straight through the grass, and I was like, well, I'm here. I might as well just cut through this. This actually was a good call because now I'm only 2 seconds behind the Buick. AC Cars is way back there, but he's not out of it yet. Don't you worry, because again, I think they work in tandem here to just ruin the player's good time. Or they want me to not be driving around in a Mazda 110S against two cars with over 400 horsepower. Kind of messed up on that corner, which was a bummer, but you know, we're still trying to get through it. They're all way back there. No one really cares about the other cars on this race. So now we are, I think, still within 2 seconds of the Buick Special. We kind of messed up a little bit on that one corner. I don't know the names of all these corners. The AC Cars does this another weird send where he goes wide. This didn't always happen though, but the AC Cars had could have a lot of weird trouble on this course. Kind of depended. The AI was unpredictable with that as well. I've literally restarted this race like 20 times, so believe me, it's true. Sometimes the AC Cars did not mess up on those corners, and sometimes they did. Weird. So the Buick is still just killing it, crushing everything. I'm trying to catch up to him, trying to do corners, braking late, using my soft tires grip to get in close. It's not easy because the Buick is insanely fast and has also a lot of gears. I don't know what this car is in real life. I don't feel like this is a real car, but I think it is. I think it's like legit. It's just insanely fast. Missed my braking point there, and then when you start to get on the grass, just forget braking, you're going to go flying. But fortunately, that worked out well, and I got in front of him. It ended up being a thing I could exploit there because, yeah. And so now, actually, shockingly, at this point, in front of the Buick, this has never happened at this point, especially this early. I think sometimes I could maybe catch up to him and get close enough, but never like this. So we're doing a good job here. This was the closest we'd ever been to like hold. Like I mean, this is me holding the lead. I've never held the lead. I think one time I like flew through the grass and hit him, and then he stayed on the road and I went flying because I'm a tiny car and he's a huge car. it's going to be difficult to push around. You can't really push around a Buick Special in a Mazda 110S. Like, it's just not going to happen. Because it's huge and has a ton of weight, and my car does not. So he bullies his way through, but then I kind of pushed back a little bit, and then for some reason he did his typical AI thing where he slows down, even though he was already making the pass. He slows down anyway. I learned that you could not brake on this corner here and actually gain a lot of time if you just ride this wall. This is like part of my get rich quick scheme videos that I've been making recently about this game. So you can do that there. That gives me a little bit of breathing room. My hope in this game was to just destroy the Buick Special so that he would fly back, hit the AC cars, and then I would have a free race. Yeah, that doesn't happen because, again, the Buick Special is huge and can't get bullied by the Cosmo. It's not going to happen. And so that just kind of was, I was always trying to do that, but it was just, it was almost impossible to make that work. So we're still in front. We have a second lead. I'm just kind of nosing a little bit on each corner or on each straightaway just to kind of get a little bit of a burst of speed just to kind of hold that second lead. But again, the Buick's so good that he's making turns incredibly fast. It's kind of difficult to keep up with that, especially because he has the power. So like every once in a while I would do a better turn than him, but if he ever got close to me, he would slow down like he did here, which kind of was, again, I don't know if you should ever try to do what I just did, but if you want to try to do this race with the Mazda 110S, max tune settings, NOS, and a gearbox upgrade for your transmission, go for it. I mean, it was not easy. Honestly, it was really not easy. So if you want to try it, you should. It's very difficult, but very rewarding and still totally possible. So now by this point, the AC Cars has gained on the Buick Special because the Buick is kind of stuck behind me. And so that allows for the AC Cars to come right back into this race. So now we have a three-way battle for first. They're all still just chilling, waiting in the back there. And the Buick is a little bit further ahead. I'm a little bit ahead of the Buick now. I nosed a little bit more. You can see I've got it down to under half, but I'm proud of how much I've conserved it because we're going to hit the special, or the straightaway, and the Buick Special is going to fly away. But we get enough of a lead here. I won't spoil all of it as it's happening here. But yeah, as you can see, AC Cars is now right behind the Buick Special. Not good for me because, again, I'm struggling to keep one car off my back, but now there's two, so we'll see how we do here. But we did win, obviously. You saw the beginning of the video. But so at this point, I gained a little bit of a lead. I think he tried to pass me on that other, like, sweeping left turn that has the weird texture on the ground. So I got a little bit of a lead, and so now I'm just holding the NOS, just trying to stay a little bit faster than him constantly. I mean, again, look, he's gaining on me even when I'm nosing. So then I kind of give up. I was like, I want to have a little bit of NOS left in the tank in case he passes me, because he probably will. So I stop there, and he starts to come flying up. AC Cars has already hit his top speed and is losing time and distance, but he's going almost 180. I think he hits 180, which is ridiculous. This car hits 180 as a 1962 car. Like, what? So he kind of shoves me off the road. It ends up being just this chaos where didn't blink. I went flying off the road there. Then I skidded, almost spun out, but then fortunately the wall caught me. Again, this is where the Buick pushed me off the road, so I was like, all right, I'll try to get in front of him, and then he broke there, and I actually was able to bully my way past him, kept pushing the NOS, pulled off the win, could not believe it. So, completely random chance, and my AI decided to explode at the end of that video, just like I did, so I couldn't believe I won. It was amazing. Again, why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. For your entertainment, I guess, audience. Using a Mazda 110S to beat a Buick Special and an AC Cars 427S/C on the Nürburgring. That's not an easy thing to do. But we did it. We made it work. Apparently the Marcos got passed by the Corvette at some point. I would have loved to have seen that, but I missed it. It's fine. I'm sure the Marcos would start to come back if he had time, because the straightaway is not good. The Corvette has 2 gears. It's crazy. That car has 2 gears, but it's because it's 1954. They didn't have 6-speed manuals and automatics and stuff like that back then. So I just can't believe we pulled that off. That was not an easy race at all, but we managed to make it happen. And it was a good time. I saw my progress every time. So I hope that was enjoyable for you. It was enjoyable for me once I won. So thank y'all again and again. Hope you enjoy.